Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. Now, the Human Rights Commission in the Western Cape has raised concern over the living conditions of a group of former farm workers in Paarl. The group found themselves homeless after the sale of the farm they were working on almost 5 years ago. eNCA reporter Nobesuthu Hejana joins me now to give us more details. Nobesuthu, just give us the context of this particular story and how these farmers find themselves on, on such a back footing.
Well, Maseko, I'll get those details from the municipal manager, but behind me are the structures that, according to the municipality, were built for the people who were staying in the park. They were making use of tents, and the municipality says they had to build these houses as an urgent matter, as there was a court order back in 2018 instructing the municipality to provide alternative and proper housing. So I did ask the municipal representative, Mr. Geraldine, about these structures, and he says because there were delays before and most of the people who were residing in that park were refusing to move to a place that was earmarked for them, so these structures were built literally overnight to ensure that the people are moved from the park. But I'm joined by Mr. Gerald from the Paarl municipality just to explain to us about that court order and how did it come about that the people were staying in the park. So just give us a background, if you can, in summary, as to how many people were staying in the park and why were they residing in that park, because we do understand some were farm workers and then the farm was sold.
Yes, good afternoon. As I stated, my name is Gerald from Drakenstein municipality. The people from Blowers that currently resided in New Orleans Park was a private eviction from a farm. Subsequent to that, the municipality was cited as a respondent, and we had to provide alternative accommodation. So what we then did is we submitted to court papers that we will accommodate people in the park for 6 months, and as time has progressed, we had to get our temporary relocation areas ready, and people stayed there for about 4 years, and now subsequent we are ready. Like I indicated earlier, for the infrastructure to be built, it was about 2.3 million rand, and that included the water, road infrastructure and electricity. And that electricity has been installed at a time when we were ready to house the people of Blowers. They refused to come, and we had to extensively engage with them on a process of conciliation and mediation. And we were struck the other day by the severe weather conditions of 3 weeks ago, and the trees fell on the tents. Now, we fully agree that the conditions in the park was declared by the disaster management of Cape Winers and our own disaster management team as unsafe, and we were rushed due to the weather conditions and the things that occurred in the park to quickly build these structures and host the people in a more secure and safe environment where they currently are at Skoongesig.
I spoke to some of the residents and they were complaining about the lack of water, electricity and toilets. Some were even saying that one toilet services about 5 households. So just explain to us about whether will those be improved, or for now that's how it's going to be.
No, we comply with the norms and standards, but we've also listened to the community now. We've looked at the water point is not within the 50-meter range. We have subsequent also provided the chemical toilets for the families which is here. What we are now stating, as we consulted with the Human Rights Commission, we from Drakenstein, we're not unwilling and we want to improve the conditions for people to reside here. So the team is going to start today to bring the water closer and to ensure that people, when collecting water, move from a safe environment. And then also the ablution facilities will be improved. That is now we're talking about built structures that will be here. Now the issue of electricity, we said no electricity will be installed in any of these structures that is currently on the ground. It will not be if people don't live in these structures. So people just need to be patient. We haven't connected any dates for the installation. We also had encountered problems with the current infrastructure which is here. There was cable theft and people stole the cable. So people just need to be patient with the municipality in order providing these services. But there's also responsibility on the community to safeguard the infrastructure that we provide.
All right. Well, Maseko, that's from the Drakenstein municipality talking about that people need to be patient, but the Human Rights Commission was here and they did walk around and check the structures and check whether they comply. Commissioner Chris, let's talk about, what you've seen here today. We're hearing from the municipality that this was rushed because they had to execute a court order. You've been here, you've engaged with the community. What are you seeing and what are you not happy with?
No, good afternoon and to the viewers and so on. No, it's not true that they were rushed. There was a particular storm that happened. But these people were living on a park, Orleans Park, that has been there since 2018, around there. And they're saying that they've been staying there for 4 years and 9 months. But even if they were rushed, there are other ways of doing it. We've seen the kind of things that happen in here, the poor, shoddy workmanship, the fact that the wind comes in, the structures are skewed and all of those kind. I raised this yesterday with the municipal manager and his team, and that's why you see the officials are here to look and to correct the situation. However, let me say, if you look in this whole area, and I can take you to many of them, is where a number of people that have been put off farms, and ESTA has failed them. The ESTA law has failed them, and the municipality, in this instance of the people of Blouhazy, put them on a park, a recreation park, and in tents. And the danger was there from the beginning because there are tall trees and so on. And it's unfortunate there was a storm, and the municipality had to make a decision to remove them. But some of the people say that they've never been told about it. They came here, some came willingly, others not. And so that's very important that we understand that.
And right now, obviously the municipality is saying that this is just a rushed work. As you say, that is not true. And they wanted people to be in these structures in order for them to provide those basic services. Are you happy with that response?
No, not. Because that's why I've been speaking to people. Of course, there were some people who wanted to move because of safety. There are still people at the park that says they don't want to move because this is not what they wanted. There's no water here. Where's the water? Of course, they say the water is at the back. But I can now report that the officials that are here said they will provide water in this area. Of course, the issue about electricity. And at the back, there's electricity. So the municipality have to look at how do they then supply electricity. You can't say when the court says you must provide an alternative. You can't just say just throw them away. You have to provide alternative with all the rights, the basic rights included. That's water, electricity, and a roof over their head. And toilet.
Yeah, we understand that the Commission will be monitoring the situation and there will be follow-up meetings with the municipality as well as the community members. But we will be going with you to the park to assess that area. So, Masego, that was the Human Rights Commission in the Western Cape, Mr. Chris Nissen, just talking about him not being happy with what the municipalities say it was a rushed work. The Commission saying that they had enough time to actually look into this, but the municipality also saying that the place that was earmarked for the people, when it was ready, the people were not ready to move to that area. But we will be going to the park and just to see those living conditions to the people that have not yet been moved here, because we do understand some were saying that this area has crime, so they don't want to put themselves into that risk, and some were saying that they have electricity, water and ablution facilities. So we will check that out later on.
All right, Nobesuthu Hejana in Paarl. Let's leave it there for now.